Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Wednesday show where normally a panel of real estate experts is joining to bring you all the best of what's happening in a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. But today, just the way everyone's schedules worked out, you've got me, Elijah Lewis. And hey, they call me the Prince of Real Estate here on Near Disney. So I think you may be still in for a good show. So as we get the stream rolling and we're waiting for people to jump in, feel free to let me know where you're watching from in the chat. Always happy to hear from you. The show is always about viewer engagement as well. And we'll get into some really cool topics about Disney and Orlando real estate. But first, why don't we cue our theme song? Yeah, I mean, big week, huh? I mean, like daylight savings kicked in, and I'm not used to broadcasting the show while it's still daylight outside. I've got light coming in the window, so maybe I look a little brighter on camera for you. But yeah, hopefully you got some more energy a little bit later now that it's light out longer. And also, yeah, the Oscars happened this week, and let us know, hopefully a movie that you like got some love. And a little tidbit about Disney here is, you know that Disney is the only major Hollywood studio that has never won the Oscar for Best Picture. I think the first time they ever got nominated was like in 1990 for Beauty and the Beast for one of their cartoons. But hey, it's just they've never taken home the gold yet. But you know, you can't say that it won't happen. Like stuff's got nominated like Up and some other brilliant stuff. But they also have just historically dominated the best animated feature category since that category came to exist. But actually the last 3 years Disney has not won it, which is like a kind of a record streak for them. So a lot of people thought Zootopia 2 was going to win, but then K-pop Demon Hunters ended up taking the gold. You know, funny to think like a movie with a name like that could win the best, huh? So if you thought it was belonged to Zootopia, let us know in the chat, or just let us know what movies you were watching this year. I will throw it over to an article about Disney to start off the show. Get this out of the way and pull this up. So yeah, earlier this month, I meant to talk about it on the previous stream, but for some reason that crashed while I was live. So I just didn't get a chance to pay my respects to the Rock and Roller Coaster. It was the biggest high octane roller coaster attraction of like back in my day. It was called MGM, and then they changed the name to Hollywood Studios. And but yeah, it was Aerosmith running the show, and now I think it was like March 3rd or something. That was the last run for them, and it's going to be the Muppets. They say that the rumor is that it'll be open Memorial Day weekend, according to Walt Disney World News today. Quick turnaround, actually, from it shutting down from Aerosmith to its opening up as the Muppets. And they seem to have also announced a lightning tier lane revealed. So what tier is it going to be for when the Muppet Rock and Roller Coaster comes up? Let's see. So basically, when it opens, it will still be a tier 1 attraction as part of Lightning Lane Multipass. So if you're a pass holder, just kind of keep that in mind when you're planning your visit and want to take a look at what they've done with this ride. For Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, guests with Lightning Lane Pass can choose up to 3 experiences and arrival windows during the initial purchase. This includes 1 attraction from tier 1. The more popular rides, and then 2 or 3 attractions from tier 2. So if you're going to be dying to see how the Muppets are taking over for Aerosmith, you know, big shoes to fill. But a lot of those Muppets got, well, they're puppets, but sometimes they got big feet, like Big Bird did. I know he's a Sesame Street, but he's still a Muppet. And so yeah, I guess that would be your tier 1 pick that you get to do for your Lightning Multi-Pass. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, they've always historically had great music with the Muppet Show, and across the movies and all that. Even that song like "Phenomena," like decades and decades ago. So that it'll be fun to see. It's going to have a lot of energy, a lot of whimsy, I'm sure. So, oh, and another big news today. As of today, like the shareholders meeting. Pardon me, ads are kind of funky. With I don't control what they show me. A little too much romance for Disney on the ad there. But Disney has a new CEO. Josh D'Amaro is speaking at an event here, and you see he has like 25 years of experience at Disney. He's had roles in finance, business strategy, marketing, creative development, and operations. So basically, he's taken over for Bob Iger, who stepped down, and he just got his legacy, of course, cemented in Zootopia 2, where he voiced the character Bob Tiger. Uh, but that's cool. I mean, Iger served from 2005 to 2020, and then he jumped back in the ring again 2022 until 5 minutes ago today. So he's got a legacy there, and we're going to see how things change, of course, or are affected under Josh's leadership here. So hey, wishing the best. We'll see what his vision entails. Basically he's saying we'll need to leverage Disney's vast intellectual property portfolio to create new movies, new theme park additions while driving a streaming growth. And always a big. But they also revealed that there are 40 movies coming to theaters through 2031 from Disney, and that is a lot. So you've got more Star Wars, of course. We've got Toy Story 5 coming out. We've got like live action Moana, live action Tangled. Maybe there'll be another Avatar movie. I know that they were disappointed that the third one only made like $1.5 billion and didn't quite hit $2 billion like the previous ones did. Devil Wears Prada 2. I forgot that's Disney, huh? Okay. It's funny. I even like you notoriously might remember like Disney had a hand in like making of Pretty Woman back in the day with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Disney does all kinds of stuff, not just cartoons. Spider-Man, Hexed, new Avengers this year. So yeah, crazy stuff coming up. And Josh, hopefully he can man the helm pretty well for the company. Good, best of luck. We just want everything to be handled well with our precious Disney. On the real estate side of things, I will just kind of give you the Fed update that came from today. So Federal Reserve holding rates. So we did not get another rate cut, but they are saying expects one rate cut despite higher inflation this year, at least. It sounds like a lot of the trepidation with rates is due to economic uncertainty, due to whatever's going on with our intervention in Iran right now. But basically, the mortgage rates will, be affected by that kind of uncertainty with the Fed. Whether that turns out to be true will depend on the length of our conflict. Officials expect inflation to fall back to 2.2 in 2027 and hit the Fed's preferred 2% target in 2028. Of course, we know that like in the summer, there's going to be a new Fed chair appointed. So maybe someone who would be more open to a rate cut strategy. So we'll see how that pans out. We'll definitely keep you updated as we hear more on that. But they expect that inflation will be 2.7 at the end of this year, up from the December forecast. So it's we're happy to see these numbers like in the twos, whether it hits 2 exactly, given historically where we were a few years ago. But yeah, it's just something we always want to keep track of. And of course, when you get in touch with us, my information and of course everyone else's information is always available on the screen here. You can get in touch with us real time. We've got all kinds of preferred lenders that have different programs that may accommodate you well for just whatever is going to be the best rate or the best plan for you, especially even stuff with first-time home buyers. Like we'll let you know that technically a first-time home buyers, if you haven't owned a home in 3+ years, it's not that the first home you ever bought in order to get access to programs like that. So we can guide you through stuff like that, put you in the hands of great people who've gotten some awesome feedback that we've put in the care of our buyer clients. And other interesting real estate thing. Oh, I like this ad. This was a way nicer ad than that one that was playing before. Housing affordability clears the Senate as an investor ban creates headaches. So part of the thing so the Senate just cleared a bill that targets housing affordability by giving local governments incentives to make it easier for companies to build single family homes. And also, this is the one that's causing a stir, banning on investors buying single family homes that the administration was talking about. Basically, needs to go through further negotiations, of course. This bill is the largest housing authority bill in 30 years. And it had an 89-10 vote. So that sounds kind of unanimous, but it says faces an uphill battle in the House of Representatives. And I guess it's going to need to be negotiated more. Just it's funny, just sometimes you see like something will pass the House with ease and then it goes to die in the Senate, or something will pass the Senate pretty decidedly and then the House has to hash it out. Like I remember, speaking of daylight savings, where it's like light out now, I didn't like the Senate vote like 100-0 or something like a couple years ago to like end daylight savings. Like you never see that kind of agreement, and then it still didn't happen for whatever, like they didn't change the law. So our government can be funny sometimes, but hopefully slowly and surely we see action on stuff that we need. So, and a little clarification on that in companies thing. It says ban on investors and companies buying single family homes if they already own 350 or more. Okay, so hey, but I mean, I guess a little bit of turning off that faucet could help regular people get in on a single family home. So we'll keep you posted on that. There's a lot of stuff that gets talked about, and we whenever there's progress, we want to let you know, but we also want to make sure everyone's clear on when it's actually decided. Like we're keeping our eyes and ears open on like what's happening with the Florida government trying to do something about property taxes, whether we're going to actually see that relief there when they put it to a vote later this year. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that, and we'll keep you posted on this as well. Little housing data here as well, just for showing us good signs of life in the real estate market. National existing home sales rose in February. So not beyond like new construction sales. And a good amount of new construction does happen in Florida. Had the opportunity to someone called in the show, and we're working on getting them some new construction closed next week in Celebration, Florida, the town that was built by Disney. So very excited about that. Our phone numbers, they really ring us, and we really help our viewers like you. But yeah, existing home sales, recent homes, increased by 1.7% month over month in February. And it's funny that we're already halfway to April, according to the National Association of Realtors. Provides the real estate ecosystem, including agents, home buyers, and sellers, with data on the level of home sales. Month over month sales rose in our area, and year over year sales rose. So, hey, I am starting to see when I look on the MLS higher inventory and more action. Like when Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate, does her Monday night show that kind of goes through new actives, recent pendings, and recent solds. I think we're seeing bigger numbers coming in on that report. And so hopefully that gives you guys more choices, more options, and also showing you that the homes that you have listed with us are finally getting buyers. We're kind of seeing like big estate sales in our area finally getting that contract. Places that have been on the market for months, or even like those ones climbing up to a year, suddenly there's a buyer for those estates. So I mean, if you're thinking of putting on like a high million, like multi-million-dollar property on in Central Florida, definitely give us a call, because now might be the time to, while the iron is hot. Let's see what else. All right, yeah, we'll kind of tie things over. We talked about with the panel the other week about the company, boring company, like boring into the ground. It's like a pun. That they were proposing a tunnel system for Universal Studios to connect their parks, kind of like how Disney has the tram and the gondola. Universal's trying to find a way to ameliorate how people aren't really happy with the distance between Epic Universe, their exciting new park, and Islands of Adventure, and the park called Universal. And so that's such a well-received idea that I guess Orlando is looking into expanding potentially this tunnel system beyond just the Universal. Basically, the Orlando resorts could be getting in on this, and International Drive hotels and convention centers. I think I highlighted, yeah, so a map right here is pitching future expansion of a proposed system that it could include stops on the points of iDrive at like the Rosen Hotel, Hilton Orlando, Hyatt Regency, or Orange County Convention Center, and the Orange County Convention Center's West Building, North and South. So basically expanding the system along iDrive would multiply origin stations for the proposed system and generate ancillary revenue opportunities for trips originating or ending outside of the Universal properties. So I mean, that's cool. Get people connected to the parks, get people connected around iDrive and Orlando. And all of this, in addition to like the Bright Line, it's great that there's some rail and some tunnel travel. There's just streamlining, getting around the state. It's a long, big state, and the more accessibility that people have to just travel it quickly and public transportation would be awesome to just making this lifestyle all the more comfortable. And with that, I think that was the meat of the articles that I had pulled up for you guys. You know, I'm checking the comments here just to make sure anything came in the live chat that I didn't already see. I think I got to everybody, but let me know if anything excites you, like the Muppets on Memorial Day. If you got a favorite Muppet, definitely let me know in the chat. I do like Statler and Waldorf myself. They were a fun part of the Muppets live show that was also replaced. So they kind of got relocated from there in Hollywood Studios, and now just kind of like relocated to the Rock and Roller Coaster. So the good news is that we didn't lose the Muppets. They're just getting a new gig. And yeah, I think that they also said they were preserving that experience with a VR app. So that's going to be fun, that you can still watch that old show that was around for quite many years from the comfort of your living room. So with that, I'll just say, hit the like button. Please subscribe. We're on the path to 10,000 subscribers. We've gained a lot of traction lately. Really appreciate everyone supporting the channel and the content. And yeah, you can always give me a call if you have any questions about real estate, buying or selling, or just how's the housing market right now in the Orlando area. Happy to pull up that data for you and just kind of walk you through something that'll be a glass slipper fit, as we like to call it here. And with that, I think we'll throw it over to Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate, to sign us out. Have a good one.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.